What if I told you about a player who got pickled 11-0 in the first game, and then came back to win the match? Or about the moment when the world's #1 player's 108-match winning streak came crashing down in a nail-biting tiebreaker? Or the championship that went down to a 22-20 singles tiebreaker after hours of battle? Today, we're diving into the most dramatic, heart-stopping, and unbelievable endings in professional pickleball history. These are the matches that prove why this sport is taking the world by storm. I'm talking about comebacks that defy logic, upsets that shocked the world, and moments of pure athletic brilliance that had everyone on their feet. Buckle up, because these stories are absolutely wild. Let's start with one of the most shocking turnarounds in recent pickleball history. Picture this. It's the Select Medical Orange County Cup. James Ignatowicz, the 46th seed, is facing Zane Ford, the 10th seed, in the round of 32. Ford is playing out of his mind. The first game, Ford dominates. 11-0. That's right, James Ignatowicz didn't even get to serve in the opening game. He got pickled. Completely shut out. 0 points. Most players would be mentally done at this point. The crowd probably thought the match was over. But Ignatowicz? He had other plans. What happened next is the stuff of legends. Game 2 begins, and suddenly, it's like Ignatowicz flipped a switch. He found Ford's backhand weakness and exploited it relentlessly. The momentum swung completely. Final score of Game 2, 11-1 in favor of Ignatowicz. But wait, it gets better. Game 3. Ignatowicz continues his complete domination. 11-4. The final score, 0-11, 11-1, 11-4. From being pickled to winning convincingly in 2 straight games. And here's the kicker. After securing match point, Ignatowicz lets out a celebratory, "Come on, Jimmy." But what everyone was really talking about was what happened after the match. During the paddle tap, Ignatowicz apparently tapped Ford's paddle a little too hard, and it fell out of his hand. But Ford's reaction was, let's just say, not what you'd expect from a professional athlete. His post-match meltdown became the talk of the tournament. Ignatowicz handled it with pure class. As he later said, "I have a family, 2 healthy businesses, and I play pickleball for recreation and challenge. I don't have time to waste." That, folks, is how you turn a complete disaster into one of the greatest comebacks in pickleball history. Now let's talk about the 2 names that dominate professional pickleball: Ben Johns and Annalee Waters. These 2 are considered the GOATs of the sport. Johns held a 108-match winning streak in singles. Waters has won more Triple Crowns than most players have won tournaments. But even the GOATs face moments where everything seems lost. At the PPA Carvana tournament, Johns and Waters were facing Callie Smith and Al Kohler in mixed doubles. Smith and Kohler came out firing. They took Game 1 easily, 11-5. Then in Game 2, they jumped out to a commanding 9-3 lead. The announcers, Morgan Evans and Dave Fleming, were basically calling it. The match looked over. Smith and Kohler were executing perfectly, and even the best players in the world couldn't seem to find an answer. But here's the thing about champions. They have another gear that most people never see. Annalee Waters later revealed their mindset in an interview. The main thing is just belief that you can come back from that. The minute your brain thinks, "I can't do it," your body literally can't do it. What happened next was a masterclass in mental toughness and controlled aggression. Their term for playing bold but smart. Not swinging for the fences, but not playing scared either. Point by point, Johns and Waters clawed their way back. The focus intensified. The shot selection sharpened. The pressure mounted on Smith and Kohler. They won Game 2, then Game 3. The comeback was complete. As Johns later explained, there's often a combination of skill and a little luck. An unforced error here, a fortunate winner there. But the belief has to be there first. This match perfectly captures what Annalee calls the mental side of pickleball. It's amazing what the brain can do for you, because the minute your brain thinks, "I can't do it," your body literally can't do it. From 9-3 down, and seemingly done, the GOATs showed why they're the GOATs. Speaking of Ben Johns and Annalee Waters, their dominance in mixed doubles is legendary. They once won 16 consecutive PPA events together. 16! But at the Veolia Cape Coral Open, they faced their toughest challenge yet against a brand new pairing that was hungry to dethrone them: Anna Bright and J.W. Johnson. This wasn't just any match. This was an instant classic. Game 1, Bright and Johnson came out strong, finding their rhythm immediately. They were countering Waters' speed-ups effectively, and Johnson's slice dinks through the middle were creating confusion. They took Game 1 comfortably, 11-4. Game 2, they pushed to match point at 11-10, 1 point away from a commanding 2-0 lead. But Johns and Waters fought back in an epic rally, saving match point and eventually taking the game 13-11. The momentum had shifted. Game 3, Johns and Waters took it 11-7. Game 4, but Bright and Johnson refused to go away, fighting back to win 11-7 and force a 5th game. Everything came down to Game 5. This is where the number 1 seeds found their highest level. The focus, the shot making, the pressure. Everything peaked. Johns and Waters took control and closed it out 11-5. After the match, Johns praised their opponents. All due credit to JW and Anna. It's a first-time partnership that clearly works very well. That was an incredible match with really great points. This is the kind of high-level back-and-forth battle that makes professional pickleball so exciting to watch. For over 2 years, there was one name that dominated men's singles pickleball: Ben Johns. 108 consecutive singles matches won. Over 2 years. Every opponent who faced him knew they were likely going home with a loss. The streak seemed unbreakable, legendary. But in pickleball, as in all sports, every streak eventually ends. Enter Federico Staksrud. The Argentine player with a tennis background had been steadily climbing the ranks. He'd been training with top players, adapting his powerful ground strokes and strategic placement to pickleball's unique demands. At the Carvana, Arizona Grand Slam, Staksrud faced Johns in the finals. This was it, his shot at making history. The match was an absolute battle. Back and forth, point after point, both players showcasing the highest level of singles pickleball. Game 3 came down to a tiebreaker. The tension was palpable. And then, it happened. 12-10, Staksrud won. The 108-match winning streak was over. John's incredible run, one of the most dominant stretches in any sport, had come to an end. For Staksrud, it was his first PPA gold medal. For the pickleball world, it was a moment that proved even the most dominant champions can be beaten. The victory showcased Staksrud's mental toughness and ability to perform under the most intense pressure imaginable. It takes incredible skill to beat Ben Johns once, but to do it when the stakes are highest, to end the greatest winning streak in the sport, that's legendary. Staksrud has gone on to become the number 1 ranked player in both singles and doubles, a rare feat that underscores his complete game. But it all started with that match, that moment, that 12-10 tiebreaker. This next moment isn't about a comeback or an upset. It's about pure heart, determination, and the kind of athletic play that defines what leaving it all on the court really means. Alice Jones, known as Mighty Mouse on the PPA Tour, is only 5'2", but she plays bigger than anyone. Every point, she gives maximum effort. Her partner, Hurricane Tyra Black, calls her energy infectious. During a match in Major League Pickleball, Jones and Black were in the middle of a heated rally. The ball was going everywhere, both teams scrambling. Then, it happened. Jones went for a ball near the edge of the court. She hit it, but her momentum carried her over the perimeter barrier. She literally flipped over the fence, tumbling to the other side. Most players would be done. The point would be lost. But not these two. While Jones was off the court, Hurricane Tyra Black kept the ball alive. 1 shot, 2 shots, slowing down the pace, resetting the point, buying time. And then, like a superhero, Jones popped back over the fence, scrambled onto the court, and they won the rally. The crowd went insane. This moment perfectly captures 2 crucial pickleball lessons. First, never give up on a rally, even if you have almost no shot of winning. Your opponent might make a mistake. The ball might take a weird bounce. You just never know. Second, when your partner is pulled off the court, fill the space and keep the ball alive until they can recover. Black did this perfectly. Jones later talked about her father's words that shaped her mentality. You're smaller than everyone else, so you're going to have to work twice as hard. That's exactly what she did, and it resulted in one of the most memorable points in pickleball history. So there you have it, some of the most insane endings and upsets in pickleball history. From James Ignatowicz's 0-11 victory comeback, to Ben Johns and Annalie Waters coming back from 9-3 down, to their 5-game epic against Bright and Johnson, to Staxrud ending the 108-match winning streak, to Alice Jones jumping over a fence and still winning the point. These moments prove why pickleball is the fastest growing sport in America. The accessibility for beginners, combined with the incredibly high skill ceiling and mental toughness required at the professional level, creates a perfect storm of exciting competition. Every tournament seems to deliver new dramatic moments, new upsets, new comebacks, new heroes. The players at the top, Johns, Waters, Staxrud, Bright, J.W. Johnson, and so many others, continue to push the boundaries of what's possible. But as we've seen, the depth of talent means anyone can have their moment on any given day. What was your favorite dramatic pickleball moment? Drop it in the comments below. And if you want to see more content breaking down the best moments in professional pickleball, make sure to like this video and subscribe to the channel. The sport is only going to get bigger, the competition more intense, and the finishes more dramatic. Trust me, you don't want to miss what happens next.